Hi and welcome to Gamestore Guardians. This is Mike, and tonight we'll be seeing Will versus Leo. I apologize if I sound a little nasally still, I just wanted to get this video out. Will be playing Web Warriors, and Leo will be playing Uncanny X-Men. They rolled for priority off the camera, and Leo won priority. The crises are going to be Riot sparks over Extremis 3.0 and struggle for the cube continues. So looking to see to heal from the consoles and get extra energy for damage from the cubes. Will's going to be playing Web Warriors, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Ghost Spider, Amazing Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Iron Fist, and Miss Marvel. His Team Tactics cards are going to be Follow Me, Heroes for Hire, A Better Tomorrow, All Webbed Up, and Patch Up. So today Leo will be bringing Storm Uncanny X-Men. It will be Storm, Gambit, Wolverine, Rogue, and Hood. His Team Tactics cards will be Mission Objective, Patch Up, First Class, Mind If I Cut In, and Exceptional Healing. Now the thing to watch out for in this game is that Will's Web Warriors, the leadership for Miles, is going to allow him to re-roll defensive rolls. And for Leo's Uncanny X-Men Storm Edition, they're going to be provided cover from attacks outside of 2, and they're going to be able to leapfrog each other. So if they are within 2 of another character, they can move that character within 1 of themselves, and each character can do that once per round. I'm going to change up my style a little bit during this video, and I'll be just talking about how much damage things are taking, and occasionally how much energy is spent for a superpower, but I'm going to try something a little different where I don't call out necessarily all the hits and blocks. It should be apparent on the screen what those are going to be, and we'll see how that plays out for this game. Alright, so we're going to start off with Leo activating Rogue first, using Storm's leadership to move Rogue within 1 of Storm. He's then going to move Rogue onto the point. At this point, Leo realizes that everyone is powerless as they miss the round 1 power phase, corrects the situation. Leo also corrects himself and uses First Class, and picks up the cube for 0 energy due to First Class. The second activation of Rogue moves onto the Extremis console. Will activates Amazing Spider-Man, moves him onto the cube, spends 1 energy to pick up the cube, and moves Amazing Spider-Man back towards the center of the board onto the Extremis console. Leo activates Wolverine, double moves him to the far cube, and picks up for 0 energy due to First Class. Will activates Iron Fist to the close cube, spends 1 energy to pick it up, and moves to the close Extremis console. Leo activates Gambit, double moves him to the middle cube, and spends 0 energy to pick up due to First Class. Both players appear to be playing a very friendly game of chess at the moment, and no damage has been dealt. Will then activates Miss Marvel, hearing me, moves her to the first console, just waiting for somebody to strike. Just as Gambit moves into position, Miss Marvel lashes out with a Morpho Punch. 1 damage onto Gambit as Miss Marvel scoops up Gambit and yanks him closer for getting the wild on the roll. Leo activates Storm, moves her onto the building, and lashes out at Iron Fist with a lightning bolt. But Iron Fist punches the lightning with his master kung fu skills, taking no damage. Will then activates Miles, who double moves to the far Extremis console, leaving his leader out in the open. Leo activates Hood and moves him along the building, but unfortunately is out of range of Iron Fist, so he moves Hood against the building. Finally, Will activates Ghost Spider and moves her in between Iron Fist and Amazing Spider-Man. Gwen fires an impact webbing onto Storm, who's partially protected by her Scenic Whirlwinds, taking 2 damage. And that quickly ends round 1. Will gains 5 points from holding 2 cubes and 3 consoles. Leo gets 4 points for 3 cubes and 1 console. Leo's going to keep priority into round 2. And during the power phase, Gambit, Rogue, Wolverine, Amazing Spider-Man, and Iron Fist are each going to gain an additional energy, but take 1 damage from holding the cube. Leo starts off with Gambit, getting him out of the danger zone, and then buying him a bus pass and a spyglass so he can watch the action from afar. It's a long spyglass. Will activates Iron Fist, using the healing properties of the console for 1 energy, healing him for 1. Iron Fist does a flying kick into Storm's face for 1 damage. And then he creepily stands next to her within 1. Making sure to stay within 1 of the console as well. His second activation, Iron Fist again tries to hit Storm, this time with a Chi Strike, but misses. Leo activates Wolverine, spends 3 energy for Best at What I Do, to charge an attack with Wilds counting for double.
I want Spider-Man!
Wolverine moves to contest the point with Lonely Miles and slashes at the Spider-Man for 1 damage and bleed. Wolverine attacks for a second time for 3 damage. Wolverine then takes a break and heals 1 from healing factor. Will activates Miles and spends 1 energy using the console to heal 1. Miles then spends 2 energy to web swing out of Wolverine's murder range and kicks Wolverine on the way out for no damage, finding out that Wolverine has a thick adamantine skull. Will then also buys Miles a bus pass and sits him on the back objective, interacting with a second console to heal 1 for 1 energy. Miles then bleeds out a bit for 1 damage. Leo next activates Rogue and tries to attack Iron Fist, who gets saved by Ghost Spider for 2 energy and yanks Iron Fist out of the attack's range. Rogue moves up and around, twice moving, finally onto the building to contest the console. Will then activates Amazing Spider-Man and makes good use out of the consoles, healing 1 for 1 energy before moving to the close console to help out Iron Fist. Amazing Spider-Man throws elbows at Rogue for 2 damage. Amazing Spider-Man triggers momentum on the attack, and Will goes on to completely misplay how the trigger works.
Yeah, and see, that's what the problem was. Because I heard him first. I said, hold on. I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Somehow, this ends with Storm moving within 1 of Rogue, but Rogue deals collision onto Storm, who doesn't get to roll dodge for some reason and takes 3 damage, dazing Storm. It was a complete misplay, but, you know, it's a friendly game between friends. We'll just move on from that to Hood, who scurries behind the building and onto the console behind the building. Will then activates Ghost Spider and moves her towards the middle of the board and takes a shot at Wolverine, dealing 0 damage and completely whiffing. Some would say that's karma. Miss Marvel, who extends her arms and smashes Wolverine for 3 damage. Miss Marvel does her Embiggen to grow, spending 3 energy, getting to place within 1. And Wolverine gets an unwanted high 5, which results in 1 damage. Miss Marvel then shrinks and gets to place again within 1 of herself, towards the point, and this is where you get to see some of the movement shenanigans of Miss Marvel. This will end round 2. Will scores 2 cubes and 2 objective points for 9 total points. Leo's 3 cubes to 1 console for 8 total points. The same Gambit, Rogue, Wolverine, Amazing Spider-Man, Iron Fist gain additional energy and take 1 damage from the cubes. Leo keeps priority. Leo chooses to activate Storm and uses Lightning Bolt on Amazing Spider-Man, striking him for 1 damage as Amazing Spider-Man dodges around the Electric Fury. Storm then chooses to take a moment to browse the selection at the Blockbuster, moving behind it and peering through the windows. Will then activates Miss Marvel, who spends 3 to embiggen again, hops closer to squeeze Wolverine, and high-fives Wolverine in the face again, this time dealing 2 damage, which will get reduced to 1 by Wolverine's activating his exceptional healing, only taking 1 from the attack for 3 energy to save him from being dazed. Miss Marvel does another 5 fingers to Wolverine's face, dealing 2 damage, which dazes Wolverine, who is not close enough to any allies to lateral the cube with mission objective, and he drops it, causing Miss Marvel to spend 1 to pick up the cube. Miss Marvel then reduces back to her normal size and ends the turn. Leo activates Gambit next and moves him up to the middle, setting up a 4 energy beam onto Amazing Spider-Man and Iron Fist, causing them back pain from picking up 42 playing cards. Amazing Spider-Man takes 0 damage as he's used to bending over. And Iron Fist casually takes 7 damage. During this exchange, Gambit spent 1 energy to make one of his regular hits into a wild, which does double hits on this attack. Iron Fist gets dizzy from the menial labor and drops the cube he's holding. Will activates Amazing Spider-Man, who spends 1 to heal 1 from the Extremis console, then spends 2 to web swing to the other side of the console, doing a strike onto Rogue. This attack deals 0 damage, so Peter tries again, and fails again, ending his turn after picking up the Wayward Cube. Leo next activates Hood, moving him suspiciously short with the wrong measurement tool. Hood spends 3 for Black Arts to heal Gambit for 3, but giving him the bleed condition. Hood takes a hex shot at Ghost Spider, unfortunately dealing 0 damage, but he gets the rapid fire. The rapid fire is going to deal 1 damage. Will then activates Ghost Spider and copies my favorite Tekken character, dealing a dancing freestyle beatdown on Gambit. This does 2 damage and throws Gambit into Hood. Hood dodges, but still takes 1 damage and transforms into Demon Mode. Ghost Spider then shoots Gambit with Impact Webbing, dealing 1 damage, and pushes Gambit further into Hood's arms, just where he wanted to be. Leo activates Rogue and moves her off the building towards the center. Rogue spends 3 energy hugging Gambit to patch up his physical and emotional wounds for 3. Rogue then spends 2 energy to charge towards Miss Marvel, trying to catch her off guard with Absorbing Strike, which deals 1 damage and saps 1 energy from Miss Marvel. Will activates Miles and spends 1 energy to heal 1 damage again with the Extremis console. Miles spends 2 to web swing near a car that catches his attention with a for sale sign and low mileage. Miles then crushes Rogue in the face with a web line kick for 2 damage, dazing Rogue, who drops her cube. Miles moves back onto the console point and takes 1 damage from the bleed. That'll be the end of round 3. Will scores 4 cubes and 3 consoles, and Leo scores 1 cube and 1 console. Surprising even me writing the script, Will wins 17-10. Congratulations, Will, for another game, another win, and I'm gonna have to play you this week, and we're gonna see what happens, because I need a rematch. And as always, special thanks to Brett Eagleston for our soundtrack. You can find his website and Twitter in the show notes below. Red Seal Gaming in Matawan, New Jersey for letting us film. And Leo for popping in and playing on camera. That was super cool, you dude, and I appreciate the good sportsmanship even though mistakes were made. This is Mike for Gamestore Guardians signing off. I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching.